Are going live right now. Okay. Oops. It says an error queue. Wait for a moment. Try again.
We are live. Go ahead. We're live.
We're live. Okay. So I just want to make sure. Okay. Well, hello, everybody. Today is a great day to have Brian over here. Brian, how's everything going, buddy?
Going great. If you know anything about the Midwest, you'll know the weather changes every 30 seconds. 107 degrees today. I'm sweating, but
Isn't it
fun.
107 degrees? I know, man. It was hot. It was hot. The whole week's been hot, but it is what it is. We're
It
live.
has. It
We got
has.
Nicole driving, and she can have she'll be talking limited because she doesn't want to keep cutting off. Nicole, everything okay? If you just give me thumbs up. Okay, she's good. Awesome. Okay, so since we don't have a lot of people on the call, but we have Brian. Brian, you had experience running a huge operation. In any given moment, you had over 100 stores. Once you hit 50 and you go to 100, that's and once you get to the 300-400, that's it's over. Like you're gonna be busy 24/7. How did you manage, and how did you manage your time with the 100 plus stores? That you're talking about 400, 500 employees. How did you manage that?
Well, it wasn't so much the employees. It was more of setting the expectations in the very beginning. Any kind of team that you build, whether you're a single unit operator or you're a multi-unit operator, setting expectations in the very beginning with your team is crucially important. Um, as an example, my employee operations manual or my employee manual
Mhm.
is nearly 80 pages long.
Wow.
And before once we agreed to hire somebody and we brought them in, they spent an entire day with the district manager, okay, or the
Mhm.
store manager, or sometimes both,
Mhm.
strictly just going over expectations, setting the expectations in the very beginning. And that way you can always coach for success in the future if they're not hitting goals or KPIs or targets. That, is probably very crucial to a multi-unit operator, or even a single unit operator that may have 2 or 3 employees. Your employees are the reason that you're in business. So you take care of your team, they take care of you.
Right. Okay. Brad, I'm glad you joined us, man. How are you?
Hey, Brad, how you doing, buddy?
Hello. I
So
have had the awfulest time trying to get in this thing.
I'm
It's
glad
been
you did.
bad.
I'm glad you're here. So let me go back again one more time, Brian. You
Yeah.
said you had expectations. I'm writing
Mhm.
down here everything. Training. Can you walk me through the whole training? I started today. When am I ready to be on the floor? Walk me through this.
It was basically, um, so there's at least a day and a half just going over the employee handbook.
Okay.
And depending on what your skills were when you first came on, there may or may not be a 2 to 4 week um, technical training class, to where one-on-one we would start with the older phones. One thing that made us better what we did is that we hired people that really did not know how to fix a phone. They knew how to talk to customers. They knew how to talk to people. They knew how to sell, but they really didn't know how to fix phones. You can teach somebody how to fix phones. You cannot teach personality. You just can't.
That's right.
Okay. And so at Phone Medic, it was probably, I would say, 2 weeks before they even would touch a customer's phone, minimum. So back in the day, iPhone 8, they would take it apart, put it back together, basic screen repair at least 50 times successfully before they would even touch a customer's phone. And then they would do screen only repairs. And then a lot of times, if you have a really good team member who really wants to, in my opinion, advance themselves and get paid more, then they're going to take the time to self educate, whether that be YouTube, whether that be a training course, whether that be your whatever. Or if you're the shop owner, have these training courses. I'm going to plug you, Nicole. Cellbotics has training courses for brand new employees, and teach them how to repair phones. Um, and then once they get to that comfort level, then turn them loose on a customer's phone. But it was, I say, at Phone Medic, it was at least 2 weeks. The best person, and I hope he's listening to this call, the best person that we ever hired, he used to be a manager of Jimmy John's. Never fixed a phone. He was just like me, what I am today. I don't repair phones. I'm not that smart. I don't have the patience. I don't have the steady hands. Okay, I'm old. All right. But Drew was this guy. He was a manager at Jimmy John's. I walked into Jimmy John's one day to get a sandwich, and I just loved his personality. And I told him, I was like, hey, I'm a vice president here at Phone Medic. We've got 9 locations here in the Kansas City area. Have you ever thought about repairing phones? And he says, man, I always wanted to, but I don't know how to do it. I said, what if I taught you how to do it? He says, do you fix phones? I said, nope, but I know someone that does. And that guy, he turned out to be the best technician that we had. Within 6 to 8 months, he was a store manager. Within 2 years, he was a district manager. And then after I sold out my interest in the company, he even moved on further with the company and excelled himself. To this day, if I had to drive 50 miles for him to work on my phone, I would do it. So it's not what someone has done before. It's what they're willing to do for you now today. Ahmed, I can't hear you. No, Ahmed.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Gotcha. Yep.
There is something I studied, by the way. I love your story, man. This is awesome. So you set the expectation, you build the training, you make the training is a must. And are you willing to take back someone who's not trained and retrain them again?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, and
absolutely.
And targeting the right people. You said you want personality because you can teach them how to fix phones, but you can't build personality, right?
Right.
You have
Absolutely.
to be a people. What do you tell people, store owners saying, man, I just like to fix phones. I don't like to talk to people.
Hire somebody quickly if they can.
Thanks, Brad.
quickly. Please,
Yeah.
because
So
your
if
business is getting hurt. You're hurting
yes,
yourself.
because you got that 3 or 4 parts. You got the products, you have the location, of course, and then you have the team, and then you got to figure out how to sell the products. If you are not,
big.
what is it?
Hey, Ahmed, I'm sorry, but yeah, that's big. It's like it all starts too on the phone.
Yeah.
If you've already got a guy or a woman who can't speak to people,
Put them in the
when
kitchen.
they call you, when they actually call your store, they struggle. So therefore, nobody's going to come in the store. They're just going to call the next one. They're going to let phone calls roll over. They're not going to really answer them, and therefore you lose.
One of the most challenging, and I tell you right now, there is few stores, if you call them anytime, they never answer. I'm too busy. Well, I am a customer. I mean, they drop their customers. One of the questions I've seen one of the stores putting a post on Facebook groups. Hey, man, I'm getting a lot of calls. How do you guys get around this? Hire more people, right? If I have more calls, what am I going to do? I have to answer them. What do you think, Brian?
Every phone call you don't answer, you're taking $100 in margin out of your pocket.
Yep.
Right. And not to
I don't
mention,
know if you guys can hear me, but I know some stores that actually hire someone just to answer the phones.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
A front counter salesperson. Absolutely.
For $1,000 a month, for $250, you can hire someone to answer all your calls and return calls for people. You know how many people missed calls? I see the report on Google. Like almost 40% of their calls are missed. And if they have 100 calls, 40 calls get missed. That's a disaster right there.
So I'll tell you this, just a short little study that I did back a few years ago here at Phone Medic. We used a VoIP service called 8x8, and I would download every single call and every single missed call. And I actually had an algorithm that would show me exactly how much every single call was worth, and how many door swings it took to get, or how many calls it took to get that door swing. Collected a ton of data. And one of the things that we found out, that every missed call wasn't just loss of $100. It was a loss of almost $500, because that one customer could tell 5 other people about you, And unless they dealt with you the first time, they have no reason to tell anybody about you. And so, what would I say to the owner operators that don't have a chance to answer the phone? I would say this. I understand how you feel. I have felt the exact same way before. But what I found is that when you hire the right people to do the right job, in short time, you won't have to be the person working behind the counter all day long. You'll be the person managing by numbers, setting expectations, setting KPIs, taking a vacation when you want to go, not have to worry about if you're open the store because you have a team of people to be able to do it, and you're profiting a lot more money because you have a lot more customers coming into you. That's what I would say.
And Brian, I
Absolutely.
have a question.
Yes.
For the small shop owner who doesn't have a franchise or have 15 locations, and they hear about people recording phone calls and things. Do you guys know, like, first off, can you recommend any softwares that they can use? And second off, is that okay to do? Can you record customers without them knowing? And does it really benefit you if you record your calls?
Very slippery slope. I don't know the laws in every single state. But a lot of states have laws to where it's called third party or something like third party recording, and it's actually illegal. Now, when somebody calls you, and if it goes to an on hold queue, and it says, like when you call a Verizon or you call Comcast or you call whatever, it says this call may be recorded for quality assurance. Okay, sure. Yeah, you can get away with that. Recording somebody without them knowing, again, it depends on what state you're in. I would not recommend doing that at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Now there are services out there that will do that through your phone carrier, and you can have it go to a queue, and then it'll play like 30 seconds of maybe an ad. Hey, thank you for calling XYZ Repair Shop. Our technicians are working hard or fast to get to you as quickly as possible. By the way, our calls are recorded for quality assurance and training. And then it rings into your shop, and then you answer the phone. Yeah, sure, you can do that. As far as off the top of my head, I don't know of any specific companies. I know we use 8x8 back in the day, and there are other ones like that are out there. But I would just have to say you have to check with your local area. I don't know specific ones.
That's amazing. Okay, quick question. I had So what do you tell? How about setting up? What is the best time that when you open the retail hours? What was your retail hours, Brian?
10 a.m. to 7 p.m.
And Brad has managed a lot of stores too. Brad, can you give a little bit of history on yourself?
Yeah.
Just in case nobody knows.
Absolutely. We actually got up to owning about 6 separate cell phone repair shops. So yeah, we from over the years we've definitely learned the do's and the don'ts. As far as like for our times, depends on the spring or the fall. We normally open up at either 9 or 10 during the spring. We have more time, so we'll probably stay open until about 7 o'clock at night, maybe 8. During the fall, we'll probably stay open from around 9 in the morning to about 6 at night or 7. Once it starts getting dark, it starts getting kind of to slow down in our market.
And Brad, a lot of that also depends on the demographics of where you're at,
Yes.
buying trends of customers. If you're in a big city like I'll just use my hometown, Kansas City, Johnson County. The sidewalks don't roll up until midnight. Okay, people would get off work in downtown Kansas City and come back to Johnson County at 5 o'clock. And so the schedule we have was 10 to 7, Monday through Friday, Sunday, noon to 5. Yeah, I had to think about that for a second. Noon to 5. And Sunday was actually by hour, if you want to count repair tickets by hour or phone calls by hour, the busiest day of the week. And why? Because the competition wasn't open. When you don't answer your phone, that customer is going to call somewhere else. I do a lot of, even now with the association and the Expo and everything, I reach out and needing services, and I'll have a list. And if you don't answer the phone, I'm calling the next person. I don't have time.
Yeah.
I want to get somebody on the phone. I want to say, let's make an appointment to talk. What do you got? What's it going to cost? Do I like it? Yes or no? Move on. But if you don't answer the phone, I'm just not going to call back.
That's why there is something they call it Google. You're going to go to the next guy,
Yeah.
until someone answers. Yeah. And that's
Sunday
why
could also be a good team building day.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Let me tell you something. What I
away.
tell everybody: Sunday shoppers are real shoppers. They want to get things done. It's a good day for shopping. A lot of people want to stay home, but if I go out Sunday to shop, I mean business. I am here to buy. I'm here to spend money. No, this is good. This is good.
What's good hours for that day, you think? 1 to 4, 12 to 5?
You know what? Open a little late.
Sunday?
It's okay to open from 11 to 3 or 11 to 2.
Yeah.
Take that little extra hour to relax. The malls are open at noon, I believe, on Sundays, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I believe.
And, start at noon
They
to
close
6.
at 7, I think.
Yeah, close at 6 or 7. Yeah. So Sunday's hour is always a little shorter, but it's more, condemned. There's more business Sunday. Another thing I just wanted to talk about is, what did you guys do to get known in your in your area, in your space? Share with me, Brian, or share with me.
Brad, you want to go first?
Yes, absolutely. So we would always make our stops first off with the Verizon, AT&T, would butter them up the old school style. We would bring them Krispy Kreme, the donuts, would cater them, Chick-fil-A, do things like that, cool things. We get in that way. But other than that, we would always would get into like little small community events to where a table would be out there. We hand out cards. We always have a saying: close the laptop and hit the blacktop. We get out of our chair. We definitely hit the road and we put in our steps.
I get from this networking. You're networking in person. You walk in,
Absolutely,
handshake.
yeah.
Hey
absolutely.
man, I'm the guy down the street.
Yeah.
My store name is XYZ. We
This
fix
is me.
phones.
Yeah.
If your customers having a cracked screen, broken phone, you guys, and they don't want to buy a new one, I'm your guy down the street. I'll make sure that his phone is working, so he doesn't come back again and yell at you.
Yeah.
So
we're neighbors now.
I use just a little bit different approach than Brad. Same aspect, but I use a different teaser. So Abid, let me ask you, you're in sales. You're at the front counter. What is the most important thing that you can have when you're speaking with a customer?
What is have a good product, I guess.
How about fresh breath?
Of course.
I was thinking that, but I didn't want to be smart.
Fresh breath, right? Fresh breath. Yeah. What is the most important thing you can have when you're talking to somebody else? Fresh breath. So we would get plastic little fish bowls like so big, okay, and fill them full of individually wrapped hard candies. Okay. And we would go there and we would give it. I didn't care if it was on the front counter, if they put it in their break room. My business card was on there, phone medic, whatever. Or back in the day, CPR. This is something that we talked about back in the day, also at CPR. But it was fresh breath, and so you would put breath mints, Jolly Rancher, hard candy, individually wrapped, and fill it up. And you come back in a week and you fill it back up again. They may not know your name, but they will call you the Candy Man after a while. It just sticks. Hey, here's the Candy Man. Everybody loves it. Peppermint peppermint candies are one of the best. And so I transferred that, to here at the shops that I had. And, we didn't do the cookies and the candy. The cookies and the pizza and stuff like that. But what I did do is this. We would compete. Let's just say Verizon 119th Street versus Verizon Black Bob and 135th. And we would have a competition between the two. Whoever we got the most referrals from, we would throw them a pizza party at the end of the month and buy 10 or 12 pizzas. But we would constantly communicate with them and say, hey man, they're up to 15, you're down to 10. Just let you know where you're at. We let them compete to get something bigger from us.
I love it.
And it worked for us. Brad, you're right. Close the laptop, hit the blacktop, 100%. I know that phrase very well.
Yes.
You might have even taught me that phrase many years ago. I don't know. But you're 100% right. If you got time to go on social media and get involved in a 45-minute conversation with somebody. You got time to spend 15 minutes with the carrier or another repair shop around you. Not every single repair shop is going to be able to handle every single repair. Okay.
True.
And when I see in these groups about people blasting another repair shop in their area, if it was me, I would go there and say, hey, owner,
Absolutely.
I own the one over here. I just let you know I had this situation come in. Do you guys struggle with that? Hey, how about we do some B2B? How about I help you out? I got a guy that can do this. This guy can micro solder, you name it, on a blah, blah, blah. Okay. And this guy is a genius. How about if you get something in like that, let me know. Either we come pick it up, you bring it over to me. I don't want your customer. Keep your customer. You pay me a fair and reasonable wage for doing it. You upsell it to your customer. You make some money.
That's a great point.
There's the only competition, honestly, and I say this in the mentor classes that I give at the association, and I've said it in public speaking. But other repair shops are not your competition. Your competition is your customer.
Yes.
And Brad, you coined the phrase the best. Don't drop your price, raise your service.
Yes.
Right. Don't drop your pants. I'm sorry. Don't drop your pants, raise your service. Okay. So, that was you, Brad.
so I get from this is running a successful operation. You have to have you set the expectation, which is goals, basically. The training is important.
Yeah.
I want to add one.
Go for it.
Okay, so let me know if I break up. But what I would do is in my local community, we always have events, kind of like year-round, like town events. And I bought like mascot costumes, like dogs. I had Mickey Mouse at one time, but I found out that was illegal. And so basically, I would sponsor a mascot. So I would go to the Chamber of Commerce and I would sponsor a mascot. And they would let me get a free booth, and we would do like coloring pages and free stuff, all for the community. And the mascot would have like a shirt on with our logo and colors. And it was just every event, I wasn't selling or fixing. It was just brand recognition for the community.
I love it.
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea. I see someone here comment on Sunday. They said we never close Saturdays and Sundays. Beautiful. If you can
Nice.
afford to stay open 7 days a week, that's great. As a matter of fact, I know a guy in Florida. He closes Mondays and he opens Saturday and Sundays. So he made his own day off, but he's available when nobody's else available, and it's Sunday. This is great. One more thing I want to. Oh, I got someone who's going to join us.
Ahmed,
Yes.
let me just slightly segue, but mainly dovetail on what you just said.
Sure.
There are going to be repair shops in this industry that it's an owner operator. All they want to do is 5 repairs a day. All they want to do is make $5,000 a month in profit, and they're happy with that. And for that, I say God bless you. If that's what you want to do, fantastic. But if you're tired of working for yourself, if you're tired of having to go to work every single day of the week, spend 10 minutes a day investing into your business. And in a short period of time, I can show you how to be self-reliant, successful, even more successful. And success is measured in different economics, and I understand that. But do you want to be known as I own my own company? I pay myself. I have my own job. And if you do, again, God bless you. Perfect. No problem. But if you don't want to have to go to work every single day until you're 90 years old, build your team, build your business, build your company, take a step back, manage the expectations, manage the KPIs, run your business, and be the face of your business, and go out there to the competition, speak to the other competition, to the other repair shops in your area, to the other companies in your area, the school districts, the government contracts, and get those. And back in the day, Brad and I, we used to call this mailbox money.
Yep.
I mean, it was just constant money coming in the door off of, a 30-minute visit with somebody, right? So it just depends on what you want to do. I mean, if you're happy with that, then stay where you're at. If you want to do better, Here's my chance to plug the expo. Come to the expo and learn how to, or join the association and learn how to. There's my plug. I'm done. You know, but it's all really depends on what you want to do for the next, you know, I'm 51. I don't know, not too many repair shop owners are my age anymore. They're normally in their younger years. So it depends on what do you want to do for the next 30 years.
You do, there is owners actually older than you and I, but they don't work with their hands. They just let other people do it. They run
Right. They're not
yeah.
in the store every day. They're not in the store every day.
No, welcome, buddy. How's everything going?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was late a little bit.
It's okay.
Mr. Ring. Your name is not Gnaw, it is Ring. What's up, buddy?
Mr. Ring, tell me a little bit about what you do and how you can help the community with what you do.
So, yeah, I will introduce myself again. A lot of people don't know me. I'm not popular like Mr. Ahmed or Nicole. So, I am mainly focused in screen refurbishing for smartphone, smartwatch, and tablet. The reason I focus into this business is daily repair. Since I got into this repair business, every day that we repair, 80% of the repair screen repair. So I see the money in the screen. So that's why I focus onto the screen refurbishing business. And currently, as far as I know, I'm the only one in US that mainly dedicated, like mainly focus into screen refurbishing, machine supplies, and training. So I've been doing training for about 6-7 years, all over the world. I travel all over the world, used to be, but now I have 4 kids, so I can't travel anymore. It's only if you pay me a lot, then yeah. I'm just joking. So I love to share what I know. I have a couple YouTube channel start over again, and I have a Facebook group that I share as much as I can, and I offer the training as well.
Awesome. So you said you used to travel and train in person. Now you don't do that.
Yes. I used to travel into UK, China, and a couple of South America countries, and for the training. Yes.
Wow.
But mostly
overseas.
US.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And now you don't do any traveling, or you just do it online?
I do traveling once in a while for enterprise level customer who has I would say 3,000 to 6,000 phone flipping business, or like the company that who refer for the carrier store or insurance company. So they have a lot of employees that I have to train, and I have to set up the whole assembly line for screen refurbishing. At this point, I have to help them. So because they buy a lot of machine from me as well.
Sure.
So
yes.
I traveled that maybe a couple times a year now.
Okay. I was expecting you to say I will travel for the right amount of money.
You would say that, yeah.
That's right.
Like he said 3,000, 4,000. I'm just like, well, I'm waiting for $1. I'm like, all right, okay. But now for the right amount of money, I'll go anywhere you want, man. Anywhere. I'll go to China.
Yes. and no, it's not all about money. Sometimes it's I like to help customers. Sometimes
That's good.
A few times there's a couple customer who own a repair shop, but they are like one man show, or they only have one tag that they can travel or they can go anywhere. Then we sit down and then come up with a schedule. But I don't do that normally, but once in a while, yeah, I still help them.
How long it takes for someone to know? Like nobody's gonna know what you know right away, but how long it takes? How many days you think? If I want to start, I've never fixed a phone. I don't want to open one. But let's say, imagine someone like me wanted to own a store, a shop like this. How long it takes to train them?
So it's gonna be different. So let's say. If you're not a technician, but you wanted to be in part of the refurbishing lab, and then you want to be attacked for the refurbishing lab, then I can train you. Doesn't matter. You don't have to know how to repair phone. I can train you.
Okay.
Because I train the process, assembly line. I don't train skill. If I have to all depends on the skill, then I won't be in this business. And because I always tell people, yes, of course, if you give me a good technician, I can train better. But in China or in a lot of the warehouse in Daleks, they don't, they can't hire hundred of technicians in their warehouse.
Hmm.
So I train them each process as assembly line. So and in China too, the really big refurbishing factory, they are, I would say a lot of them are non-tech. Like 80% of them are non-tech. They don't know anything about repairing phone, but they know what they're doing. So one step at a time, something like that. So I can train any person as long as you are dedicated. I can train any person. Um, you don't have to be like really good technician. But
Makes sense. Makes
my
sense.
training program is 2 days for Apple products, and from there I give them 48 hours. So basically, after the training, I let them take a video of each and individual process, and then I give them 48 hours for follow up, which is they can take like 2 hours a day or they can take 1 hour a day, whatever problem they have faced after the training. So they have to write it down. They have to schedule with me, and then like FaceTime, or I send them a video on each and every step. So that's how I help my customers. So
So it's the
so basically, after you're done with the training, if you're really dedicated, I would say 2 weeks, max 3 weeks, you can really knock it down.
I like that. I like that.
Hey, Ahmed.
Yes, sir.
So, Na, would you say it all depends on the personality?
Yes, yes, sir.
You weren't on a little bit ago. We were talking about something that I did, and I had shared that I hired personality and I taught them tech, or my team members did. And what you had just said just completely proves what Brad and I were saying just a little bit ago before we got on the call. Yeah.
And also now you're huge too. I mean, that class has got to be great because you definitely lower the parts cost for the
Yes,
shop owner.
correct.
It beats having to buy a whole complete screen. You can just go to your class and learn things on how to replace just the lens only or things like that, to save extreme cost.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of we have a lot of misconception about screen refurbishing and micro soldering, especially in America. Um, but a lot of people started to realize that those are really required for the repair shop. Back in the day, people were really happy with just the basic repair, screen swipe, and they make money. And some of them they flip phone. They just happy with it. But over time, um, the Apple make the screen and the phone and everything. They make it harder to repair, like sandwich boards. So you have to have basic soldering skill as well. Let's say we charge base $99 for whatever soldering, like charging port, we charge $99 because not a lot of people have soldering skill. And
It is. It is.
yeah, so and also a lot of people think, oh, I will just outsource everything. That's not really true though. It might work for some people, but it's not work for everyone. So I have a conversation with this with one of the well-known guy in our industry. He told me that why would you waste your time into learning all new skill, screen refurbishing? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm boring.
Ryan, we heard you. Ryan.
I have been up since 4
You
o'clock
turned
this
the
morning.
camera off, not the mic.
I turned the camera off and not the mic. I'm so
Bye.
sorry, buddy. I've been up since 4 o'clock this
Ryan.
morning. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah,
Oh gosh.
emotional
Oh
damage.
my goodness. Oh my
Emotional
goodness. Sorry.
damage.
That's why I have on and off button. No, but this
Yeah,
is
so
No, to add to what you were saying, no, I had a conversation with actually with Jessa about how stores are just repair first and they don't even think
yeah,
about what benefits the customer the most. And if a repair, their perception is too high, they won't even offer it to the customer. And I was telling her, I was like, that's why I teach my students. You don't place a value on someone's device. You give them their different options and you let them pick instead of saying it costs too much. You know what I mean? And I think
Absolutely.
refurb and micro soldering are necessities for a store.
Sure.
True.
I'll give you a small example. If it wasn't because they killed the 3G network or the old flip phones where they couldn't work, my father would still have that phone today, and he would spend, if he needed to, $100 to fix it because he did not want to learn a different device.
Right.
You know, the population of America is not just 18 to 25-year-olds. It's also 40 and 70-year-olds that have a phone, need to use it, but don't want to switch and are willing to pay $200, $300, $400 if they have to get their phone back in operation again. And you know, I kind of, it's not really a phrase, but I have a belief that, you know, it's not my job to tell you what your phone is worth to you, because what your phone is worth to you and what your phone is worth to me is two different complete
Absolutely.
scenarios.
True. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we got
Contacts, pictures, everything are on that
Exactly.
Yeah,
device.
I have a conversation with my tech earlier this morning. So our industry is pretty big. A lot of people, we are really, there's a couple things. We always focus into the latest thing, the latest technology, the latest phone, the latest tablet, computers. Actually, there's a lot of people that are making $1 million of money just by Samsung S7 and iPhone 8. And I have a customer who's still refurbishing 3,000 a month of iPhone 8. Still, yeah, they still buying a
3,000
supply
phones.
from me.
3,000. Wow.
Yeah, they work with the carrier and all, stuff like that. So this is a really huge industry. Some of the customer that I know, they only sell on Amazon. Like they refurb in their warehouse and they sell on Amazon. Not even S7, S6, 600 phone a month. There's a lot of money to be made. Yeah, go ahead.
Question. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep going. I want to ask you
Oh,
something.
okay. And also, sometimes we just, and then it depends on your shop location, depends on your customer base. Some location might be just like make a 100K a month just by flipping phone. You know, but some location like my location, 80% to 90% are repair, not sell. Surprisingly, it's all depends on the location. So you have to know what's your customer base, and you have to know where your location base is. So based on that, you have to, you know, make money. Like if your location, one of my friends said that, oh, I wouldn't repair the iPhone 8 screen and sitting down and spend 30 minutes and then make maybe like $75 profit, $100 profit instead. I will. He does a lot of online advertising, and then he flip phone. So whenever he flip phone, he make a minimum $100 profit. So he said that I can flip phone all day. 5 minutes of process, I can turn $100 profit every single time. But that's his location. You can't just like argue with, you know, based on your experience only. So it's this is a, I'm telling you, this is a very big industry. There's a lot of
It is a
money to
big.
be made.
A lot of. Okay. Quick question. I'm going to change the subject just a little bit. How is the customers in 2023 comparing with customers in 2019 before the pandemic?
I can't hear you.
How are your customers nowadays? Were you in business in 2019? How was the customers in 2019, and are the customers in 2023?
So my existing customers,
Yes, of course.
some of them
2022.
might.
2022. I say 2023.
Yes.
I'm taking you to the future. Okay, well, I jumped 5 years.
How
Okay,
are
go ahead.
customers going to be? Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I got customers. No, how's 2022 and 2019? I'm tired. It's been a long day. Go ahead.
Um, Based on the my customer, or based on the
in
what
in
I
in
see in the
in, in,
industry?
in general, I like, I
In
have my
general.
opinion. I'm going to tell you my opinion, but tell me what do you think about your customers now? How is the mood, the spending, the technology? Are they looking for refurbished, for new? What exactly does your customer change from
Uh,
2019 to 2022?
Uh, since 2019, a lot of customer that I know, a lot of people that I know, even my customer, they triple their business because of COVID. That time we became essential, and also uh, they they have um, level up, their shop with the. Oh, sorry, my son. So a lot of them they make a lot of money. Lately, a lot of people like this year, especially this year, 2022, January, February, March. I see a lot of people started selling store or try to get out from the industry. Um, I don't want to say that, but most of them they don't really keep up with their business. That's the reason. Yeah.
So we're talking about store. Okay, so a lot of people like a little shaky ground, and they're just
Hmm.
freaking out and like, oh, it's not easy anymore. I'm gonna get out and find something else. Maybe I'll.
That's not true. That's not true.
Is
That's
that
not
what it?
true.
Just sort of.
It's yeah. I mean, what people think is not true, because some people they try to get out from this industry because they think it's too hard for them. But I see the one of my customer here, a friend of mine, he just become he just bought 10 more store for CPR.
Yeah.
When everybody like try to like give up, he became a millionaire.
Yep,
So
yep,
it
You
yep.
all
know,
depends on how. Yeah.
funny thing about that, I was recently asked a question, what do you think about all these stores that are selling? And my response was, that means it's a great industry. If they're selling it and not just closing the doors and walking away, it means that this is a viable, good industry. Other companies like McDonald's or Amco Transmission, or I mean, just other big franchises, or even non-franchise that are together. They don't have a social media group on Facebook to announce them wanting to sell their location. Okay, so it's not hurt as much. We have two really big Facebook groups, and
Hmm.
there's a lot of people in them. One has, oh, I don't know, I think 15, and one has like 10 or 11,000 people in them. And this person's concern was, everybody's selling their store, and my response was, that's a good thing. If somebody is done and they want to move on and they want to sell their store to somebody else, that's great. That means the
Yeah.
industry is thriving and surviving and will. I mean, this industry is recession proof. It truly is. We've
Yeah.
proved it with COVID. Okay, we're going to prove it now with what's going to happen over the next few years as we regain as a country. We're going to prove it then. And I think, Ahmed, that's one of your topics: how to beat the recession.
It is. Yeah.
It is definitely a thriving industry. Everybody that has a phone cannot. Well, not everybody. People have become so attached to their cell phone, to social media, to a laptop, to a computer, that when it doesn't work or they break it, they have to get it fixed. Period.
They have to
They'll
fix it.
go 3 weeks without a car before they'll go 3 hours without a phone.
Brian, question.
Yeah.
If you're traveling, or even Brad or anybody on the call here, if you're going from your city to another city, you're going to be there for a week. Would you give up your car or your phone?
My car.
Car.
I can Uber anywhere.
Thank you. Same thing. So this guy here become more important than my car.
Yeah.
That's
And Brad froze up. His screen froze, but I bet you he was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, I say car too. Buy car.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can figure things. This is he connect me to the world. My car take me from. Yeah. No, definitely.
Even when I travel, I mean, I work remotely by design, and so I take my laptop everywhere I go. I have to have internet. Everywhere. I don't have to have my car. I can park my car at my cabin and not leave there for a week and still get my work done. but I can't get it done without internet or my laptop or my phone.
True.
So, yeah.
True. Okay. Um, how's Nicole? How's the drive?
Yeah, it's going good. I wanted to say something before we go because we got like 10 minutes.
Yes, go for it.
If anybody is watching this, the sign up for my B2B fast track ends tomorrow. So I'm going to go live tomorrow and give like a peek inside the program, but it starts Monday and I have 13 people signed up right now. So
Nice.
it's an 8-week, it's an 8-week program. It's the first one that I'm launching. I'm doing it at like a cheaper price. But it's 8 weeks and I spend it with them one-on-one every week, going through their everything, their website, their processes, their hiring, and then helping them find local companies, broaden their social media reach so then they can get B2B clients.
You got to practice. You have to brand. You have to market. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's
What
going
is
to be a great
and
program.
would it-
Tell
what-
us a little. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Would it be fair to say, Nicole, that people should be watching Facebook groups over the next few days for a extremely important announcement? Would that be fair to say?
We have so many announcements, yes.
Oh, we have one that obviously we can't talk about it right now, but Nicole is aware of it. She's in the know. But one that's going to be just a little bit announced here in the very near future that is really going to help repair shops be even more profitable than what they are right now, and the ones that aren't as profitable that they want or need to be. It is going to be the
Amazing.
tools. Yes, thank you.
And then
Thank you.
we have some more announcements about the Expo too, which are going to blow people's minds.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is just coming out. It's going to be so great. I can't wait. So it's exciting.
I can't wait either.
What
It's
were
going to
you
be
going to
great.
ask, Ahmed? I forgot. What were you?
Tell me a little bit about what you're going to do. What's your classes? What's your program? Tell us a little bit more about it.
Okay. Yeah. So basically I have, I've only have 20 seats for the first one, but every week I will have videos of things that they need to do that they watch on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, they'll have a coach call them to help them with anything. And then Friday, I'll have a call with them. And we're going to do that for 8 weeks. And my goal is that they get companies to send them repair work. And so I will also teach them, give them contracts, template contracts. Everything that I do to get my B2B clients, I'm giving to everybody. That's what it is.
That's the way it goes. That's awesome. That's fantastic.
That's a
B2B
lot of
class.
sacrifice.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a hand holding. I'm
and-
gonna have some guest speakers too.
And how do you what time is it? How people can register to these
Yeah,
classes?
they can just go to sellboticsonline.com and they'll see it down like the middle of the page, or they can just go to my Facebook page and they'll see it there. But I only have seven openings left, so I'm happy with that. It's the first group. The next time it's not going to be at that price because it's a lot of work. It's very hands-on. Like they actually work with me directly. And I'm actually reviewing their website, their mail-in processes, all of their print material, their social media. I'm revamping it. Like it's very, very, very hands-on.
Do you mind if I ask what's the price?
Well, right now it's only $1,000
That's
for
amazing.
8 weeks. It's like $100. It averaged like $120
Wow.
a week.
That's cheap.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cheap.
I would have charged $2,500.
Yeah, there's programs like this that myself, I've paid $6,000 for one program.
For
I
8
paid
weeks?
$10,000 for another program. Yeah, these programs like this that are very hands-on, when you actually work with the person who's doing it, it's not like they're just watching videos. I'm actually like working with them. You know what I mean? That's why I can only do 20 people because it's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of work for the next 8 weeks.
Yes. Trust me, I know exactly what you're gonna break down everything. You're gonna audit their website, their social
Everything.
media. You're auditing their program, their
Yeah.
system, their training, their process. Dude,
Yes. And then
People
I
pay-
have to because they can't just go get B2B. People think I can just go talk to companies. No, you have to set yourself up. Then
Yeah.
you have to find, and you have to know what companies to look for. And there's a software that actually pairs you with facilities, but people don't know about it. And I know the owner of the software, so he's going to come on and get them introduced to their software and all that. So there's a lot of things that you got to do to get B2B. It's not just let me go talk to the business down the street and they're going to just give it to me. I have to be professional, have a presence, have a way to price them. I'm going to teach them about price cards and pitch decks and make a pitch deck and make price cards and how to negotiate the contracts, everything.
I had something like this happen with me, and I paid a company to evaluate my business back late 90s. The guy who did this came back to me and he said, I found you a buyer for your business. I said, I don't want to sell it. He said, no, you don't understand. You're very profitable, and I have people looking for businesses. Would you sell your business? I'm like, if the number is correct, is right. So he gave me the offer. I said no. Came back again 3 weeks later and gave me almost 30% more. I said, let's do it. So
Yeah.
me just knowing what my business value and how much it's worth made me make more money actually than what I thought. I took
Yeah.
the money and I opened another 4 businesses, and I saved some of it. It's always good to know what you have. It's always good to consult with professionals, and that's what I always say: process, professionals, high level. All these words you have to use. If you don't look at your business as a high level, then how you expect people to respect your business and think you're high level?
I mean,
So
there,
yeah,
I don't see a lack of store owners that invest in their business. Like, we're going to California, not this week, but next week for 5 days. I'm taking my team out there. An owner, he has about 15, 20 stores, and he wants us to evaluate the process and build out his training.
okay,
And I mean, he's putting his money where his mouth is because he's taking his company to the next level. So
wow.
there are companies across the country that are doing this. It's the few that don't do it. And when you do invest in your company, you will benefit from it. It has to happen. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
From
Yep.
from Georgia to LA. Is that where you go? Where are you going?
Yeah. I'm not going to say the city because it's a big company and I want to keep it private. I'm not going to say the city. Somewhere
Listen,
in California.
LA is 20 million people or 15 million.
Right.
Include another 2-3 million illegals, that makes you 25 million.
There you go.
Isn't it?
Ahmed.
Hey, I can't hide. Hey, listen, they're crossing the border, coming in to spend some money here.
Yeah. Spend some money.
So,
All right. Well, I mean, yeah. So that's what I'm doing.
okay, that's good. Okay, well, I enjoyed the call with Brian. Left us, not Brian. I mean Brad.
Brad.
Sorry,
Brad.
B&B. Close.
B&B. B&B.
No,
B Rad Broom is his name. Brad. I've known Brad for many years, and I tell
love
you
Brad.
what, spend 15 minutes on the phone with him, and he will definitely give you ideas to grow your business
Exactly.
and to be more profitable.
These guys are so smart. B&B, they really know their stuff, man.
Yes.
I mean, you just got to spend 30 minutes on the phone with them. You're going to learn so much. I tell people that all the time. I'm like, you just don't know what you're missing.
Yeah.
Before we end the call, we want to talk a little bit about the Expo.
Yes.
Gadget Repair Expo. It's coming, guys, and it's coming. Oh, he's back again. Let me bring him in.
There you are, Brad.
What's going on, brother? I love
I'm
you.
back, friends.
I'm Brad.
We were saying bad things about you, buddy.
Oh man.
So the show, the Expo, the Gadget Repair Expo, is starting at what's the date? The first day?
October 13th and 14th.
October 13th and 14th, which is fall on a Wednesday and Thursday, or is it Tuesday and Wednesday?
Thursday, Friday.
Thursday and Friday. Are you saying okay?
Thursday, Friday. That
Yeah.
way, for those that want to make a little bit of a vacation out of it, the weekend's going to hit right afterwards. They can enjoy the Riverwalk. Me personally, my wife and I are going to be there on Sunday before. We're making a little vacation for us as well. We're going to be coming in sometime Saturday or Sunday. I don't even know yet. One of the two. It depends if we fly or drive, I guess. And we're going to spend a few days on the Riverwalk and just kind of make it a honeymoon we never had, should we say?
I love it.
That's
I love it.
awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But I just want to let's tell everybody watching this and people's going to watch this. What do you want them to know about the show, and why should any and every cell phone and repair shop comes to the show? 1, you're networking with people. 2, you're learning
You're
from the
going to
experts.
learn.
Learning. You can never pay enough for education and learning. You guys will leave there going back to your business so
Energized.
rich, so much information, and energized and connected with people, and see people face to face, handshakes, all these things going to happen. Classes, sales, repair, accessories,
2 hour
marketing.
sales training. 2 hour
Marketing.
sales training.
Yes, I'm gonna give 2 hours, full 2 hours. There is other people who's gonna be speaking as well. But
Yeah.
come on in there. This is your world. If you are in the repair, if you are in the retail, as a matter of fact, if you are in any retail business, come on over, because what we do apply for other avenue, I mean, industries as well. But definitely, if you're in the electronics and the repair and the prepaid and the wireless, come on in. You guys gonna learn so much, and you will go back home thinking, when is the next show? Because you want to be there.
Absolutely.
You said it perfectly, Ahmed. The only thing I would probably maybe add to that, if I could, would be, for 2 days of your business to come down and just listen to some of the experts in the industry and shake the hands of the vendors that you're buying your parts from, and strengthen that relationship with them. Share positive feedback with them face to face of maybe a struggle you're having with a particular part, or maybe not, whatever the case is. And not to mention the networking, between business owners and other people is priceless. And I said it on the last expo. Ahmed, I met you at an expo. Nicole, I met you out of an expo, but I didn't really connect with you until we got to an expo. And Ring, I never knew who you were until the expo in Atlanta.
I'm not
Right?
popular like any of you. So.
Oh, no. But what I'm saying is that,
I'm just
yeah,
You knew me.
but these relationships will foster and grow, and at the end of it, unless you don't go back with anything, you're gonna go back and be more profitable, and be energized in your business. And if you're not doing repair and you're watching this video, you'll see the importance of putting repair. In addition to that, if you're doing repair and not doing prepaid, I'm going to go ahead and throw this one in there. If you're doing repair and not doing prepaid, then you definitely need to come to the expo and talk to some of the huge sponsors that we have there. We have Unlimited Prepaid, we have Vita Pay, we have Express Prepaid. I don't know prepaid as well as I should, but could you just speak just briefly on what Vita Pay and Unlimited Prepaid and Express Prepaid, and the importance of coming to the show and learning about adding that revenue stream?
This is okay. So we got Vita Pay, which is the T-Satra, the mother company. These guys are the vendors of the airtime activations, all the prepaid brands. Every single prepaid brand in the U.S. is on their platform. Then you have some master agents coming in like Express Prepaid. Great guy, great company to work with. I will be there. I have two companies. I have a marketing company and a prepaid company. I will be speaking about how to sell and mix and match your products from prepaid, repair, accessories, all these things. It is everybody walking around with a phone. We are servicing the same customer. We're fixing their phones, and they need airtime, or they need airtime and they need to fix their phones. So it's a perfect combination. You got the vendor, you got the distributor, you have the marketer, you have the SIM cards, you have the repair, you got the whole world there. Just come on over, because this is your business. You're investing in your business, in the core of the business.
Yep.
So everybody in the wireless should be there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and there's going to be a bunch of giveaways and discounts and all sorts of things that vendors are going to be doing special at the event.
It is going to be massive fun.
Massive.
I don't.
And the venue is amazing. How big is it, Brian?
80,000 square feet?
86,000 square foot facility just for the expo, and then the breakout rooms and the training rooms. Brad, what are they? 1,000 square feet each, something like that. I don't remember.
Larger than that. I forget what it is. It's enough to put a ring in there, a wrestling ring.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. Nice. Yeah,
Maybe we have.
Listen,
We're gonna have a wrestling ring just in case me and Brian we need to settle some few things.
any drama needs to be settled, we got
Right there, baby. Come
right,
on.
the ring's
Me
there.
and the ring. Yep, right there.
Ahmed and Brian.
And I'm gonna have ring.
Nobody wants to take on Ahmed, okay?
I'm gonna have ring on the ring. In the ring.
Not
Ring
ringing
in
on
the
that are
ring.
gonna go head to head.
It's amazing, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll tell you
Oh,
one thing.
and I don't know. We're gonna have we don't have the details yet, but we're gonna have a competition.
No,
And
we're not. No announcements yet.
No, I don't know. I thought we were
No,
going to see
no.
who could
We're
who could
messing
sweep the
this up
floor.
now. We're
I
We're
thought we
messing
were
it up,
going to see who
Brian,
could.
hush.
I thought we were going to see who could sweep the floor the fastest. All
There
right,
you
I'll
go.
quit talking.
That's the
All
competition.
right,
There you go.
all right.
Do not get
No, this
Brian on a call. He will tell everything.
No, I'm not. I'm just going to say it's going to be interesting.
Speaking
It
of,
is
there's
when
a lot
we
of
do
exciting
announce it.
stuff coming.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
when we do
Norway
announce
Oh my
it.
gosh.
Gadget Repair
Just
Expo.
book your flight and get your ticket. Trust us, you're gonna want to be there. The tickets are getting
Yes.
more higher the more days you
Yeah.
wait. Just book your ticket.
And not to mention the hotel rates, guys, ladies, gentlemen, on who's ever watching this, we've got 4 or 5 different hotels where it's like $50 to $75 a night off right now, but that is going to end roughly September the 15th. And so the last 30 days, if you're going to show, which is fine, but you're going to have to pay full price for the hotels. They won't let us offer that discount more than 30 days or less than 30 days in advance. So book your hotels, go to the website, gadgetrepairexpo.com and get your hotel booked, get your ticket, and just watch out for announcements. And I can assure you, you're going to be happy you showed.
Yes. All right.
Absolutely.
That's it. That was great.
Ama's doing the 2 sign.
I miss
Oh,
you guys
oh.
already.
Okay, trust me, I can't wait. I'm going to be in 2 shows from now till October, but this is definitely one of my favorites. It is my favorite because I see
It has
real. And one thing I just want to end this call because we approached the hour. We passed the hour actually. Is this show the unique about this Gadget Repair Expo is it's from the people to the people. How is this means? Because a lot of speakers are business owners, a lot of speakers are store owners, a lot of speakers were store owners. We're not bringing just executives from offices. They don't know anything about the industry. And I made sure that we are from the industry to the industry. That's valuable, guys, right there.
Absolutely.
Because we need to make this movement bigger and bigger so all the companies listen to your voice and make things right for you.
That's right.
That's right. Thank you so much. Anybody want to add anything or we call it?
I'm good.
Okay. Nicole, you were driving for over an hour. Where are you going?
California.
Back to Atlanta.
Atlanta?
California. Yeah.
How many hours you driving?
Well, it's been traffic. There's really bad traffic. It's been a storm here. So there's you can understand, I'm like an hour and 20 minutes from Atlanta. So it's just, I was sitting in traffic for like 20 minutes just a minute ago, like completely still.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, drive carefully. I'm glad that you're almost home. Okay.
All
Everybody,
right, see,
thank you.
everybody
Thank you
have
so
a good
much.
one.
We'll talk for sure. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Take care.
See ya.